Hello, I'm Joy Holt, and you're watching the 18 WJTS News. In tonight's headlines, local police were kept busy over the weekend. A Crawford County man walked away from a crash after being ejected from his car, and local state senator Mark Messmer was recognized for his outstanding public service. In our first story this evening, area police were kept busy over the weekend as nice weather and summer fever resulted in extra work for police agencies across the county. In Ferdinand on Friday morning, police responded to a phone call from a concerned resident that said a man was sleeping in his car and was unable to be awakened. Upon arriving at the location of West 3rd Street, Ferdinand police found a Spencer County man identified as 37-year-old Jeffrey Hume of Santa Claus. Once police were able to wake Hume, he opened the door to his car and a strong odor of marijuana came from the vehicle. An investigation led to the discovery of drugs and the subsequent arrest of Hume. Hume was lodged into the DuBois County Security Center on charges of a level 6 felony count of possession of methamphetamine and a legend drug, along with facing a misdemeanor count of possession of paraphernalia and marijuana. Assisting the Ferdinand police in this matter was the DuBois County Sheriff's Department. The following day, on Saturday morning, Jasper police officers responded to the Village Court apartment complex after receiving a complaint of a man hanging around the parking lot. When Jasper police arrived to the Village Court, they found 49-year-old Brian Boyer, who was showing signs of intoxication or possibly thought to have a medical condition causing him to have a severe twitching action. Officers investigated Boyer's belongings and discovered a hypodermic syringe and a pin tube with trace amounts of methamphetamines inside. Boyer was taken into custody, where he was then transported to Memorial Hospital for medical clearance before being booked into the DuBois County Security Center on charges of possession of a hypodermic syringe, a level 6 felony, and a misdemeanor count of possession of paraphernalia. And finally, the weekend ended for Jasper police officers with 2 men behind bars after they were caught brawling inside a Jasper residence early Sunday morning. Jasper police were called to the residence along the 700 block of East 15th Street, where they met with an unidentified female who informed them that 26-year-old Matthew Elliott of Boonville and 25-year-old Brent Gowers, who lived in the apartment, were fighting inside. Officers interviewed both men and found out that the two had been indeed fighting and drinking. As police conducted their interview, 26-year-old Elliott became argumentative and belligerent. As police tried to place Elliott in handcuffs, he pulled away from them, leading police to take Elliott down to the ground before successfully placing him under arrest. In the meantime, Gowers too continued to be disorderly, loud, and argumentative, and was taken into custody as well. Both men were lodged into the DuBois County Security Center, with Gowers facing a disorderly conduct charge and Elliott facing a charge of resisting law enforcement. Both men were subject to a portable breath test, with Elliott's measuring at 0.21 blood alcohol content and Gowers coming in at 0.09%. A Crawford County man is alive today after an accident that caused him to be ejected from his vehicle on Saturday. Crawford County police were called to an accident Saturday afternoon at the intersection of Old Union Church Road and State Road 66 after receiving a call from Estelle Summerlaw of Tazewell, who had been involved in the collision. First responders from Leavenworth Volunteer Fire Department arrived to the scene and found that the reported ejected driver of the vehicle was indeed sitting in a friend's car. As the Crawford County Sheriff Department arrived to the scene, they found 30-year-old Jeffrey Davis Jr. and 28-year-old Ethan Mercer, both of Sulphur, and interviewed witnesses. Witnesses confirmed that they had seen both Davis and Mercer traveling at a high rate of speed, both driving their own vehicles, on Old Union Church Road. 30-year-old Davis told police that he had ran the stop sign at the intersection of Union Church and State Road 66 in front of the path of an oncoming southbound 2008 full-size Chevy truck driven by Summerlaw. Davis made it through the intersection. However, Mercer, who was traveling too fast and was not able to stop in time to avoid the collision, hit Summerlaw, who was driving the Chevy truck and was pulling a gooseneck trailer loaded with a skid steer. Police stated that evidence at the scene measured an 81-foot solid tire skid prior to the collision. The collision with the truck and trailer caused Mercer to be ejected through his driver's side door, which had been sheared from the hinges, along with leaving the engine and other major components to Mercer's vehicle covering both lanes. Davis returned to the scene and found Mercer in the roadway bleeding and moaning. Mercer made his way out of the roadway and was later assessed by Crawford EMS and released by his own request. Fortunately, Summerlaw and his passenger were uninjured. However, both the truck and trailer were a total loss. Mercer was found to be driving on a suspended license and an uninsured vehicle. The English Volunteer Fire Department responded and assisted with first aid, fire protection, and scene safety. The crash is being investigated by the Crawford County Sheriff's Department. And finally, a congratulations goes out to District 48 State Senator Mark Messmer of Jasper, who was recently awarded Legislator of the Year from the Indiana Broadband and Technology Association. Messmer was recognized for his outstanding public service in the 2017 legislative session in advancing Indiana's broadband and technology industry. Messmer introduced and authored Senate Bill 281, which is focused on providing local governments that wish to be certified as a broadband-ready community through establishing a procedure under which the local government promotes increasing the number of subscribers to broadband services in the area after it is certified as a broadband-ready community. Messmer is pictured with fellow award winner State Rep David Ober and President of IBTA, John Coppin, who presented the awards. That's been a look at your local news. Stay tuned. We have Denny Spinner on Monday with the Mayor, highlighting celebrations happening in Huntingburg for the 25-year anniversary of A League of Their Own. Then it's your local weather forecast.